So we will quickly go through aortoiliac segment. This is a young patient. इधर दिखता है अच्छा. So he is telling he has got some pain in abdomen. We'll use a convex probe. Simple abdomen settings. You don't need nothing much to see. We should remember that always we should try and start the examination of lower limb from aorta. Infrarenal aorta we should see, and so sometimes like here the abdominal gas is a hindrance to see the aorta. So you can dash that, you can see from obliquely from one side or the other side. It all depends on how to see that. It is your own technique, you can develop that. And from here, so this is the aorta, infrarenal aorta, that is the bifurcation. You can see here, this is bifurcation into common iliac both sides. So I'll make a transverse view, launch view here, and you can see the clean aorta. In a hefty patient you may not see the lumen characteristics, so indirectly you can do estimation by doing color and spectral analysis whether there is a significant lesion or not. उम्र कितनी आपकी? 45, 45. He is a 45-year-old man. Doesn't have, I think, any other no other morbidity issues, no. So you get lot of disturbance due to the aortic wall contractions. So what we can do is, on color you can see it is probably having diphasic flow. Here you have to give compression to make the distance between the probe and the aorta. To reduce the distance you have to make it. So I will increase the sample volume or the gate. So this aorta shows a triphasic flow. You can see that. So for us it is normal. The bifurcation in transverse, this is left, this is right, and the left iliac you can trace it. Once you see in transverse, it is better to trace in long section, because as it goes deep, many times you are not able to see it nicely, and if you are not seeing it nicely, just take help of color and you can see that. So this is common iliac artery on the left side. We'll reduce the sample volume here. This is triphasic flow. थोड़ा सांस रोक लो 1 मिनट के लिए, श्वास बंद हुआ. Now you see it better. Common iliac evaluation is sometimes difficult if you don't see it. Iliac artery just above the inguinal ligament. This is the very simple location to see. You see the external iliac artery and vein here. Simply make a long section above the inguinal ligament. You see artery and vein both. Put color here. The setting part we will not discuss much because we have discussed detail while doing earlier demos. So this is the artery and vein. You can see artery showing pulsatile flow, the vein is showing flow intermittently. So we'll reduce the sample's volume size and just take it spectrum here. I have done auto optimization available on the machine. Somebody asked that spectral grading. See, this is spectral window is very narrow. And the spectral filling is not much. There is dark area in the spectrum. So this is not spectral filling, this is the normal flow. What you see in peripheral artery. So if you are not seeing common iliac artery, you can follow this external iliac artery up in the pelvis and can take help of color Doppler to identify it easily, and that is the common iliac and external iliac. You can appreciate here, this is common iliac artery, from here this is external iliac artery. The internal iliac may be seen, but usually it is smaller in caliber and dips down, so sometimes, and it is usually not, the screening of internal iliac is not indicated in peripheral arterial disease. So then we come to the femoral section. For lower limb Doppler, the hip has to be externally rotated, and then the knee has to be little bit flexed so that we see in a nice way. The common femoral artery, many people start from the common femoral artery, and if they found abnormality, they go to the iliac level. But I prefer to screen the iliac before doing common femoral artery whenever the patient comes for the peripheral arterial evaluation of peripheral arterial disease. So peripheral arterial disease, patient can have symptoms. Patient can have direct ischemic changes. Patient can have claudication, which is the pain after exercise, maybe climbing up steps, maybe walking for some time. Patient will have pain, and typically that pain will go off after taking rest for some time. So patient will tell you that he gets pain in certain situations, and then pain gets relieved. So before starting the examination, you should again ask the relevant questions. Try to feel the posterior tibial artery on both sides, whether it is equal or not. Then try to feel the femoral artery and look for the ischemic changes. If you can see any pregangrenous changes, darkening or gangrene or ulcers, then you can make sure that patient has got some pathology and it needs a detailed evaluation. So starting at common femoral, this is the Mickey Mouse. Femoral artery, common femoral artery is always lateral, anterolateral to the vein. Again compress, the vein gets compressed. That is the saphenofemoral junction. This is common femoral vein, this is common femoral artery. Again we can scan in transverse and try to see the artery, and wherever you want you can do the longitudinal section to see. In long section you can see it better, the lumen and intimal layer. You can appreciate the intimal layer here, that is seen, and that is normal, not much thickening is there. So this is in the thigh, the femoral artery and the femoral vein. I will reduce it. You can trace it up to the adductor compartment. In the adductor compartment it goes deep. That is a vein accompanying. You can make a long section and see the artery and vein both. Again, not much flow is seen. Why? Because our steering was wrong. So steer it properly so that you get complete filling and put a spectrum across. You can increase the sample volume and you can get it. So again, while doing the lower limb Doppler, don't stretch yourself, your hand on one side, other hand on the other side. Get the machine nearer and makes your life very easy. So femoral artery per compartment. It is artery. So popliteal assessment can be done in same position. थोड़ा सा कलर है तिकडे, हाँ बस. Or you can make the patient prone, that is your choice. In a popliteal fossa, थोड़ा पाय सरळ करा, सरळ सरळ, हाँ आणि असं तिरपं थोडंसं, हाँ हाँ. So that is the superior part of the popliteal fossa. Here the vein is anterior, again steer it to the other side, and you will get good flow filling of the artery and the vein. So artery and vein, if you want to again confirm, just press, the vein will be getting compressed, artery will not be getting compressed. So this is the popliteal artery, and popliteal artery gives off to the anterior tibial artery here. So that is the anterior tibial artery coming out. You can see that. Anterior tibial artery and vein. All the major that matter peripheral arteries will be accompanied by the vein. You can see that this is anterior tibial artery and this is the tibial vein, this is posterior tibial artery, and vein should be anterior to that. So the artery distal to the origin of anterior tibial artery is called the tibioperoneal trunk. Now it has crossed the knee joint here. So what you can do, just steer to the other side, and now you can get that and visualization of the tibioperoneal trunk. So as it goes out, the tibioperoneal trunk, it will give a peroneal and the posterior tibial. You can see it here, bifurcation, the peroneal and the posterior tibial artery. So that is it. So you may trace it down from here. It becomes difficult in many cases, but slowly you attain the skill of tracing the arteries by learning about their anatomy. उठ के बैठ जाए. For tibial assessment, it is better to make the patient sitting and ask him to go on the other side of the couch so that the area of examination is more convenient to. और पीछे सर को बैठ जाओ, बैठे रहो आराम से बैठे रहो, मेरे इधर पैर बाहर घुमा लो. So again this has come within the convenient angle or convenient position. What we will do here is, to start with, we can just keep the probe behind the medial malleolus, and this is a tridev. Tridev is seeing the three vessels, and we will just give compression and try to see what is there. So two are getting compressed, one is patent, that means the middle one is artery and two are the tibial pair tibial veins. You can trace them. It is very easy to trace from distal to proximal, and very easy to evaluate them wherever required. So at this point, if you want to evaluate the tibial artery, keep it in focus, slowly turn your probe in a long section, and just after attaining the proper long section, adjust beam if you want, and then you check whether it is artery or vein, whether it is pulsatile or not. Once if you are lost, go back to the position where you are started, then again move the probe, make it a long section, and see this. You can see the artery. In this section we are not able to see nicely, so get a steering inward so that the angle is reduced. You get the information in a correct fashion. We are visibly on color Doppler, we can make an impression that it is a triphasic flow, but still confirmation has to be by color Doppler. Reduce the sample volume. You need not need angle correction if you don't want to measure the velocities. So this is the information we got. Nicely triphasic flow. He is a young man, healthy man, so you can see it very nicely. So you can trace the posterior tubule along with color also, but the small lesions, the intimal lesions are missed. So it is better to see on transverse also. This is all about posterior tibial artery. You will go to the anterior tibial. Anterior tibial got very typical position. Again, here on the D node we keep the probe just lateral to the tibia at the ankle level, or if you keep at the ankle level, you keep the probe anteriorly over tibia, and again you see the three vessels. Why I have made the patient to sit is one, getting me comfortable, and second is filling up the arteries, filling up the veins, sorry. The veins get filled when the patient gets seated, and you can make out the artery and the vein. Again, just give it compression, the veins get compressed, artery you can see it nicely, and then you can trace it in transverse. That artery is going laterally. You adjust the focus so that you are in the trace, and you can trace it up. In long section also, you can trace it very nicely, but it is better to do in transverse, and wherever you find, do a long section. So try to sample the arteries wherever you make angle like this, so you don't need much maneuvering. You keep the cover box steered, you see that it is filling very nicely. If you change the steering to other side, see the flow is not correctly. I will just show you. See, many times our students say that everything is normal, the dorsalis pedis shows normal, but anterior tibial is not showing normal flow. This looks like a very dampened flow, spectral broadening, loss of triphasicity, everything is bad, patient doesn't have symptom, what to do? So this is a technical fallacy, technical error we have made. So proper steering to the side, reducing the angle and getting proper sample volume, that helps us, and if you see it here, you can get a triphasic flow. So this was not abnormal. Our technique was not perfect. So you have to perfect your technique. You have to remember what I am seeing, what is normal for this vessel, and have I changed my settings so that I am not able to take out the normal information. For example, if you have screened the femoral before, you are setting the PRF is high, and now you are trying to see the tibial artery. In D node, you are seeing that artery is pulsatile. See the artery is pulsatile. If you can appreciate, the artery shows little bit pulsations. And on color, you are not seeing the color. So there are multiple things. Either your gain is low, no. Color flooding the color box. So what is happening? Look at this. The scale is too high. So I will reduce the scale. If I reduce the scale, I will get a better information. I am reducing the scale. Now I can see it better. Then the angle of the vessel with the probe. The angle has to be least possible. Ideal angle is 0, but you cannot get it 0. You can, and you should get 60 or less. So see, as the vessel makes an angle, less angle with the probe, the color pickup increases. See the color pickup here, and see the color pickup here. See the color pickup here. See the color pickup here. So you should sample it there, or if you want to sample here, you angulate your probe. You angulate the probe and get the same information. This is a perpendicular. See the flow pickup is less. If you make it angulate here, you get better pickup here. So these are small tips, small techniques that you can use in the peripheral Doppler. And I think it is fun doing Doppler because you get flow information. It is dynamic study, and you can tell your clinician what is happening there. So we'll come to the ankle level. So at the ankle level, the artery comes anteriorly and it becomes a dorsalis pedis artery. Everybody knows where to feel the dorsalis pedis artery. At the same point, we trace the dorsalis pedis artery. So it is between first and second metatarsal. You put color, steer it to this side, and this is excellent feeling. You don't need to change settings from anterior tibial to posterior to dorsalis pedis. Everything is same. The caliber is almost same. The flow pattern is almost same. Right. Even in lower limb, the digital assessment is not included in the routine examination, and we can do it if required in case of specific request or specific need for the patient. The posterior tibial artery, you can trace it down beyond the medial malleolus. It goes to the plantar surface and then gives the branches. The arteries in between the metatarsals you can see on Doppler. You don't need to change settings. Normally they are seen in between the metatarsals. You can see them. I can just fan out this and show you multiple vessels at one time. So whenever there are ischemic changes in certain digits, you can do that, or you can limit your color box to one space and try to see. Again, one point I would like to make again clear, that if you see artery in transverse section, and if you are keeping the angle 90 degree, then you won't see much. If you want to appreciate that flow, just angle the probe cranially or caudally. See, at this point I am seeing the artery pulsatile. I'll just enlarge this. The artery is pulsatile, but not much flow is appreciated. But if you angle this probe cranially, again the insolation angle has reduced and the color flow pickup has increased. So same thing in either in launch or in transverse, same principle and get same information. Long section of same artery, it is going towards the digit down here. We'll just see one or two digital arteries before we have some patient. Patient is there? No, okay, right, okay. So I will show the digital arteries here. This is the artery. Is it seen? Is focused here? Okay, okay, right. So you should not use shortcuts while doing Doppler. Follow and devise your own scanning technique and follow that. If you do shortcuts, then you tend to lose the vital information. So the fingers are usually lower limb are very close, so it get some time to separate out them and try to see the artery. You can see that artery here. We'll steer it over the side and try to see that. So we have a last patient to show you, and then we will sign off today. This is a digital artery, nice triphasic flow, but you may not see triphasic flow, and that is not abnormal for the digital arteries, where it is either upper limb or lower limb.